Hello, it's High Priestess Jamila. And so I wanted to come and do some readings for you guys. We're going to be doing some free readings today, and we are going to be doing readings on your narcissistic parents, even though it is 2022. Your narcissistic parents probably still have not changed. Now, this is a very, very touchy topic because I have so many people on the channel that will literally bend over backwards for their narcissistic parents, whether or not it's mother or father. But there are a lot of people who have an invested interest in liberating themselves. So we're going to be taking a look at that because we haven't discussed that all year yet. Um, Especially if you guys are witches or if you are taking a different path spiritually. Okay. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that because I've been doing readings for people to where the parents are not religious. They just want to control their kids, compete with their kids. I'm gonna be honest with you, ruining a child's life does not necessarily have to look like abuse, but rather more so can be done in other ways. Okay. Especially if you have a covert narcissistic parent. And so, it can be very frustrating for a lot of people. A lot of people would not dare to stand up to their parent. Thank God Britney Spears doesn't feel that way because she's just all like, oh, I am a free woman. And they hate when I discuss this. They hate when I come on here and talk about generational uncrossing, unbinding yourself, liberating yourself from generational curses. They hate when I talk about that because the devil's been very busy already this year. Extremely busy. Extremely. So if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you guys need a private reading, the link to my website is below. Also, the black candle vigils are very, very good for warding off bad energy. Okay, from a narcissistic parent who is obsessed with you. Listen, your parents are not supposed to be obsessed with you. Okay. They're not supposed to be. Okay. All right. So, not going to be on camera with this one. We're just going to throw the cards out there because, usually children of narcs are very good listeners. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. And we're either going to go by your zodiac sign or their zodiac sign. Okay. So we are going to call to Saint Michael. Thank you so much, Saint Michael. Metatron, thank you. Spirit guides and ancestors, guardian angels. What messages do you have for 2022? For the collective, or for those that may be dealing with narcissistic parents. Okay, we're going to look at the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. This is a big one. Okay. All right. I heard somebody say that narcissistic parents are punishing you for growing up. They're punishing you for growing up. Like, how dare you not stay a kid and a tax break for me forever? Okay. All right. I'm not going to do a yes or a no, but I can already see some answers for it's quite strange. It really is how certain zodiac signs deal with this dynamic to where you're like a slave. You know, you're supposed to be your parents' slave, even, and a lot of people that are enslaved by their parents, they're a huge problem. They really are. They're a huge problem, especially when it's that mental enslavement. So we're going to start with the Aries. Aries, y'all got the Three of Cups in the upright position. And I feel like a lot of Aries, y'all's energy with the situation is that y'all have overcame a lot in 2022. I feel like a lot of Aries people are celebrating. Now, this may not resonate for all of you Aries, but for a majority of the collective, a lot of you Aries have pretty good parents. If you are an Aries with a narcissistic parent, a lot of you are possibly going through financial troubles, not understanding why. Okay, because they want to, they just want you to feel out of place with society. Narcissistic parents do not want their children to be accepted by anybody. It's very strange. Okay. So I feel like a lot of Aries, though, I feel like a lot of you guys at some point you stood up and you said, I'm not taking this from you. So I feel like a lot of you guys for 2022, at least, a lot of you guys are going to have a good year this year when it comes to that. Because, a lot of you guys are going to have emotional growth. Okay. This year. Feel like a lot of you Aries, if you were dealing with a narc parent, a lot of you guys were dealing with emotional abuse that a lot of you guys have healed from. Okay. Tauruses, y'all got the Princess of Pentacles in the upright position. So I feel like a lot of Tauruses are taking action um to break free financially from your narcissistic parent. Like, for example, a lot of Tauruses, a lot of you guys that what I can sense is a lot of you Tauruses dropped out of school. A lot of you Tauruses may have dropped out of college. And I feel like the Princess of Pentacles is talking about entrepreneurship. Okay, being entrepreneurs. Um, and I feel like a lot of you guys are going in the correct direction, but I feel like y'all want to watch out for the month of October. For some reason, the month of October comes up for the Tauruses for some reason. I feel like a lot of Tauruses will have also, you guys will have a lot of energy at the beginning of the year because it's the new year. And a lot of you guys will be very, very confident and ready to go, but then that will wear off and then the old stuff settles in because you're not realizing how your childhood, in particular around the age between the ages of 3 and 10 years old, has affected your confidence levels, has affected you and made you feel very insecure. Okay, so just watch out for that. Um, Let me throw an advice card. Spirits, what advice do you have, please and thank you? Okay, so the Queen of Swords comes up. So a lot of you guys need to be able to see things coming, like sort of see stuff coming, because a lot of you guys will end up being blinded to what they're going to throw at you. Okay. And also, the Queen of Swords is saying that a lot of you guys probably do need to cut the cord. If you have a narcissistic parent, it's very good to cut the cord from them. Okay. Geminis, y'all got the Hermit in the upright position. So I feel like a lot of Geminis are going down a spiritual journey. I feel like a lot of Geminis are connecting to their higher self. Okay, but I do feel like a lot of y'all are a bit isolated. A lot of Geminis are very isolated. The Hermit represents being in isolation, feeling very separated. So spirits are saying that you guys need to get out and do more. Get out and be a little bit more social and step outside of the box. I feel like a lot of Geminis are dealing with the religion thing versus spirituality as well. And I feel like a lot of you guys, again, going towards the end of the year, being worn down. Feel like a lot of y'all Geminis have either a Virgo parent, or it could be a water sign or an air sign. And I feel like they want you to be just like them and not have your own identity. Okay. And that's very serious. A lot of you Geminis are dealing with identity issues because the same mistakes, the same problems, if it's bad luck, if it's a bad love life, they kind of want you to follow in their footsteps. And so just watch out for that. Make sure that you have your own identity outside of that narcissistic parent. Okay. Also, if you're feeling isolated, feel like some kind of binding and Bible magic and stuff like that, like Bible magic. But, it's almost like you have to be able to cross the road. You have to be able to cross the road, is what Spirit is saying, for real. And so a lot of you guys need to expand yourselves spiritually and don't get stuck on one thing. Okay. Cancers, y'all got the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. I feel like for the Cancers, I feel like a lot of Cancers are depressed. Not even going to lie to you. Ace of Cups in the reverse position. Feel like a lot of you guys are being treated like a child, almost under some kind of punishment. And some of y'all are in y'all 30s or 40s. What are you being punished for here? What's the punishment about? Then also, I feel like a lot of Cancers are experiencing problems in their love life. at the moment. There may be some healing that needs to be done, or either you need to set yourself free emotionally. You, surely you understand that your relationship with a significant other or a lover is going to be very different from your parents. It's a totally different ball game. It's not the same. It's not comparable. So I feel like a lot of you guys' love life is being affected by either some kind of weird Oedipus complex that your narcissistic parent may have. This could either be a air sign, water sign, in particular air sign Aquarius, or either a earth sign, in particular a Virgo. So it's almost like your heart is being oppressed instead of being able to expand outside of your narcissistic parent. Oh, you only can love me. Don't love your husband more than you love your father. Well, who's making the comparison? So it's almost like you're being forced to choose between the narcissistic parent and having, I don't know, a life, a love life. Some of y'all could be in y'all teens and you are like maybe in your teens or early 20s, you may be having some interference from your narcissistic parent, in particular your father, but it could be your mother. Um, yeah, it's pretty sick when a parent tries to interfere with your love life. They should never do that. That's against spiritual law. I don't care what book they read. If they read the Bible 10 times per day, they should not be doing that. Okay, so you should be allowed to have a normal relationship outside of the relationship with the parent. Now, I do believe that a lot of you guys, again, even if you're older, you're almost being punished. If you're younger, do something about it now, because trust me, it gets worse, is what Spirits is saying. It gets worse. A narcissistic parent does not get better, they typically get worse. Okay, so they're going to find something wrong with everybody. And they're going to find something wrong with everybody, so much so to the point where they're going to eventually start finding something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Even though they sabotage every single connection, even friendships are being sabotaged. Any type of friendship, any kind of connection outside of that. A lot of you guys, especially if you're living with your parent, you feel trapped. You feel like a prisoner. This goes for the Geminis too. Okay. What I can sense is the narc parent had a failed relationship, doesn't want you to have a relationship, wants you to take the place of a companion. Instead of fixing what they need to be fixed. Okay. Now, having a narcissistic parent is factually a generational curse. It doesn't even have to be a multi-generational curse. It's just a generational curse within itself. Okay. Let me throw some advice for the Cancers. What advice do you want to give to the Cancers? Okay. Y'all got the devil in the reverse position. So many of you guys, again, you're in bondage with the parent. Again, it could be an earth sign, definitely a Capricorn, the devil in the reverse position. So what this card is saying is that you need to unbind yourself and free yourself from that situation. Okay. All right, moving on to the Leos. Leo's got the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So a lot of you Leos with narcissistic parents, you're kind of like under some mind control or something. Two of Swords reversed. A lot of y'all Leos are having trouble with making decisions. And it was because you were always taught to not have decision-making skills by your narcissistic parent. Now, if you didn't have a narc parent, then this reading is not going to apply to you, obviously. Okay. But if your parent is obviously a narcissist, then this is going to apply to you possibly, unless you guys are doing something about it. I feel like a lot of you guys have been at a crossroads for about 20 something years now, or a couple of years. Could be a couple of years leading up to 20 something years. A lot of you guys are just trapped. Everything's being oppressed because your mind is being oppressed. The pineal gland is not, it's not, a lot of y'all are just almost like puppets. Okay. The road has been opening up for you so many times and so many opportunities have came knocking, but you're scared. You're very scared to take that leap of faith. So you're almost like the hanged man. I can see a lot in this card. And, first of all, being a narcissistic parent is factually abuse. It is. It's abuse. I feel like a lot of you guys, if you have breaking free of the narc parent, or like if the narcissistic parent passed away, a lot of you guys are still dealing with your mind being messed with, psychological abuse. Okay, give me an advice card for the Leos. Okay, yeah, the Judgment card comes up. So again, that's another card representing the inability to make decisions, which is not good. That is something that has been purposely done to you. Some of y'all will sit there for hours and hours and hours trying to make a decision, instead of trusting your own intuition. You've been taught that you're too stupid to make the correct decision. And a lot of you guys, that's why you don't trust yourself or your intuition. Okay. All right, moving on to the Virgos. Virgos got the Six of Swords in the upright position. I feel like for a majority of you Virgos, a lot of you guys are fully aware of the narcissistic parenting or parent that you've had, which is I see air all around you. They're air sign. And so a lot of you guys are moving forward. You're in the process of it. So what spirit wants you to know is trust the process. I mean, that's just like somebody telling you, don't buy a car because your tire may become flat. That's basically what narcissistic parenting is about. Don't buy a car because your tire may go flat one day. That's sort of how they teach their children about life. Well, the truth of the matter is that you're going to have bumps in the road. Doesn't mean that you don't go down that road just because there's going to be difficulty. So, for example, if things are going well for you, then they'll go, oh, well, this is going to happen. I see this is happening. They're actually cursing you in a way. See, I told you. I told you that was going to happen. So a lot of Virgos have figured this out. And the Six of Swords being in the upright position, meaning that you're still on your journey. A lot of Virgos are trying to either move or move away from you're in the process of moving away, because a lot of you guys can't think. Same things for the Leo. Can't think. You cannot think straight because you're constantly being bombarded with the narcissistic parents' problems and troubles and worries and fears constantly. Okay, so a lot of you guys either need to move or you're in the process of doing that. And I do feel that there are some obstacles. Yeah, the death card comes up in the reverse position. So this is where I feel that things are very turbulent. That black sheep syndrome is coming out. This is when the narcissistic parent gets everybody to attack you. Everybody in the family, sisters, the cousins. Oh, they about to move. Oh, so-and-so about to move. Oh, let's all gang up. So right now, I feel like a lot of Virgos are factually being gang stalked, possibly by family members, which is very weird. Okay. You'd be surprised at how many people are enslaved by their family. It's totally, and they always have their pick. And it's either the golden child or the black sheep. And if you're the black sheep, you're being blamed for everything. Okay. You're being blamed for everything. You're being abused verbally, mentally, maybe even physically. Spiritual abuse, I can see within that death card in the reverse position. But I feel like a lot of you Virgos y'all have made the decision to break free. However, a lot of y'all are feeling very heavy in your heart, is what I can sense, because I feel like you're being guilt tripped. Somebody's guilt tripping you. Just because you want to go down the freaking street, they want to guilt trip you. Okay, let me throw an advice card. Spirits is saying, do not give up. Do not give up. Okay, also, there's no love there. That's not love. Okay, yep. Seven of Swords comes up in the upright position. Definitely, Spirits is saying that unfortunately, those people don't care about you. I mean, here's the whole thing about it. If you're a Virgo, have you ever sat around, or any zodiac sign, and sat around and asked yourself, was I adopted? Do I truly belong here? You don't feel like you belong because you feel like there's something that is happening beneath it all. You feel like there's something, just something that you can't put your finger on, the strange looks, the secretiveness, and so you can't trust them. Because, I mean, what good is having family that you can't trust? So I can definitely see several people sort of trying to control your mind. You may be living in one state. Some of y'all are planning on moving to New York or something. Some of y'all may be planning on moving to Florida. Some of y'all may be planning on moving to Georgia or Alabama or somewhere. And they're just like, oh, well, they're just trying to bully you into not doing it. And they're playing mind games, maybe even doing some head work on you. Oh, did you hear about what happened in the news down there where you planning on moving to? A bunch of folk got killed, even though where you're from, a bunch of folk getting killed every day. So they just want to soil everything and just flip your mind against it. Spirits are saying, don't give up. You guys should go and take your journey. But everybody should be protecting themselves spiritually. Okay. Mark my words. And see, you don't have to see the cards because I'm 100% right about what I'm saying. Y'all not saying nothing in the chat, and that's okay, because I want you guys to really, really take in what I am saying. Because you know what? I still have folks trying to get me to regret moving. I don't. I don't at all. Live your life. That's what you were meant to do. It wasn't meant for you to be some freaking slave. Okay? Libras, y'all got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position. This is not good. A lot of you Libras are feeling extremely insecure because of a narcissistic parent, either earth or water sign. A lot of you guys are having anxiety. A lot of you guys are feeling very insecure. Also, this year, this is a timeless reading. So a lot of you guys are going to, religious abuse is what I can sense with the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Psychological abuse is what I can sense. Financial troubles ahead is what Spirit is saying. If you don't break free and rise above it, no matter what you do, Spirit is going to show you what it is. It has a lot to do with narcissistic family. Basically, what I can see in here is I can see narcissistic parents and brothers and sisters, and again, puppet strings is what I can sense. Just little sly comments about you, just wanting to make you feel bad, wanting to make you feel insecure. A lot of you guys are feeling very unloved right now. And you know what? Why be subservient to that? First of all, if you are experiencing, sticking your neck out for these people and they won't do the same thing for you, then they obviously don't give a damn about you. Come on now, wake up. They don't care. Love yourself. Okay. And you know what? It can make you feel extremely lonely. It can make you feel alone in the world, but you're not. You're not alone in the world. Okay. And so this is typically what happens. People don't understand how people are able to rise above it. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to become a freaking loner or a hermit or even be depressed about it. I feel like for a lot of Libras, God is telling you, I gave you for a reason. You're here for a reason. And here's another thing that I can sense is that there's a lot of abuse that seems to be coming. And the reason why is because you're like being martyred almost. Financial trouble. You're supposed to take care of, these people financially, Libra, instead of them taking care of themselves financially, which is a huge problem. Okay. Because you don't even have the energy to do it anymore. I mean, 5 of Pentacles reverse. A lot of you guys are sick. A lot of y'all not feeling well. Okay, you're being worked like a horse. You're not a horse, you're a human being. Okay. Let me throw some clarifiers. Spirit, give me some clarity on this 5 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, they use mind control, but also religious control. Okay, I feel like not even just religion, but some kind of spiritual control is being done to you, Libra. Probably even curses and hexes, or either vexing you, crossing you. Okay, just so that they can keep control of you. Feel like a lot of your peeps, they are just like control freaks. Okay. Okay. What advice do you want to offer to the Libras? Okay. So the King of Pentacles comes up in the upright position. He's saying to value yourself. He's saying to find the strength. And then also, I feel like this is a spirit guide that's offering help. But a lot of y'all have been crossed. That's why you're almost like shut off. You're like it's pretty bad. The High Priestess is in the reverse position as well. Which is saying that you're being bamboozled and hoodwinked, basically. It's when somebody's being dishonest. It's a total fallacy. You're sort of being lied to and toyed with and played, by these people. So just kind of be careful. Okay. Okay. All right. Scorpio, y'all got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position. So what this tells me is financial issues, insecurity, and then maybe even health problems. Now, this is pretty deep because what I can sense is that your energy is almost being, well, not almost being, you're just being sacrificed. Okay. Thank you, Aligned Aquarius. Thank you. I know y'all needed it. That's why I'm here. Y'all know how I am. I feel like there is a concentrated effort, and I almost feel like a lot of y'all Scorpios are just, especially the females, y'all almost, I mean, it's like you being trafficked or something, but I feel it don't necessarily have to be, getting trafficked, but just this spiritual bondage, that I can see. And so a lot of you guys have not been able to break that cycle. A lot of you guys may have left your narcissistic parent or family, but you guys have not been able to break the cycle in the financial stuff. I feel that it is because you were raised to be codependent on them. Nope, I haven't, but Aquarius is, I got y'all. Y'all coming up, y'all second to last, okay? All right. Spirits, give me some clarity on the Ten of Pentacles reversed for the Scorpios. Okay. So the Emperor comes up telling me something about your father, but the Emperor is in the upright position. So this is more so of an ancestor, represents the planet Mars. And then you got the Eight of Cups. So basically, what the Emperor is saying is get out, walk away. Okay. Or either cut the strings. Looks like it's a very, very unhealthy, unstable, very unhealthy, very dysfunctional environment. And you got kids. So the Emperor is talking about your children. You want them to have a better life. You don't want them to grow up the way that you did. No, it's not okay. Okay. So also the Emperor is saying be strong, represents the Aries, saying to be strong, to break free of that. And then the Eight of Cups is saying that you got to get out of your feelings. If you want to connect to yourself, you got to get out of your feelings. You're way too emotional about the situation. And I realize that there are emotional attachments with family, but when you think about it, some of it is abnormal because a lot of you guys can't even live life. Like you can't you can't even have a life. Okay. So spirit is saying to get out, or either, I mean, this is like to me, I feel like your spirit guides are saying that it's a life or death situation. Okay, there's some kind of danger. What is it that y'all telling Scorpios to get out from? What is it that they're supposed to walk away from? Okay. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position. Definitely feel like a lot of Scorpios are dealing with, dealing with poverty, dealing with struggle, but also these things are manifesting as health problems. These things are really, really, see, here's the reason why it's important for you to get out of this stuff is because it will manifest in the body. A lot of people will say, well, I'm not going to just walk away and abandon my family, even though they're dysfunctional and they refuse to wake up. I'm not going to walk away just for money purposes. Okay, well, what about your health? Your health is getting bad. What about your health? I mean, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position. Some of y'all having issues with y'all liver and y'all pancreas. And this is going to affect you in your body. So, I'm a very family oriented person when it comes to husband, wife, and children, not cousins, brothers. It wasn't that's not what's up. That, you know what I'm saying? I mean, especially if it's very dysfunctional to where when you try to make any kind of strives forward, you're being stopped, laughed at, made a fool of. How dare you try to accomplish or do anything? How dare you? And a lot of you guys are just trying to go to school. And they may be telling you to sell dope or something. Yeah, I'm one of those real type of readers. I know I'm kind of ghetto, but and that's like the worst case scenario. But I do feel that it's a very financially dysfunctional family. I can see all kinds of stuff. Sex trafficking, just craziness. Get out while you can before it's too late. Okay. Sagittarius has got the 10 of swords, but it is in the upright position. So again, this is a group effort of, everybody in on it, and so they telling you, oh, you're paranoid. Oh, we're not in on this, but you can clearly see that they are. Okay. Now, I will tell you for the Sagittarius is a lot of you guys are trying to break free. You're trying to break the cycle. But, honestly, y'all been in and out of these cycles for quite some time anyway. And I do feel that there is a lot of perceived mental illness that's going on in your family, which is a crutch. Okay. In fact, mental illnesses are being used as a crutch. Oh, I couldn't do that because I'm mentally ill. Oh, I couldn't have possibly done that because I'm bipolar. Oh, I can't do that. I'm schizophrenic. Right? So it's mental illness, but it's also mental illness being very crutchy like. So it's a crutch. Okay, I can't do that because of a mental illness. I can't do this because of a mental illness. And that's what you're being told. You're being told that you're mentally ill. You're being told that you're just crazy. For whatever reason, you're just being told that you're crazy. You've been getting told that your whole life. You're just crazy, you know. And let me tell y'all something. Whenever I hear people say that, you know what that means? That means that they don't have an intelligent enough. That means that there has not been enough thought process to see what is really going on. So whenever somebody can't explain something, they'll say, oh, that's crazy. You notice that? Like if it's something crazy, they'll say, oh, that's crazy. Well, a lot of you Sagittariuses are dealing with memories of childhood. So this probably has manifested some symptoms of mental illness, but a symptom does not necessarily mean anything. It's a symptom. A symptom is a symptom. Okay. Now, another thing that I can see within this Ten of Swords is that I would say that a lot of you guys are trying to expand yourselves spiritually. Okay. That's, for example, I was seeing a dark shadow figure. I'm not afraid of shadow figures. It doesn't mean death, but I kept seeing just this. And so for me to say that, people say, oh, well, she's mentally ill if she saw that. Well, no, I'm not actually. It is because I'm a seer and my sight is getting sharper. It is. And it's so a lot of people will say, and we all know that it's okay. So whenever anybody is spiritually gifted, and this is sort of what has been happening in your family, I feel like a lot of Sagittariuses, you guys have come from a spiritually gifted family. But instead of them looking at it as a spiritual gift, it's saw as a mental illness, which, by the way, makes it worse. Um, and so, I mean, it's a lot that I could get into with that. It's a lot because the first thing that people want to do when people are hysterical, because if you are seeing things that other people cannot perceive to be there, that may be frightening you, and you don't understand what it is, and you haven't been taught to understand your spiritual gifts. Now, do I believe that there are some people who are genuinely mentally ill? Rarely. Rarely. Okay. And when we speak about a rarity, we can come up with a certain percentage. And then, especially right now, with everything that's going on in the world, everybody has a bit of the crazies. Okay. But I feel that a lot of you guys are noticing that you start to feel better when you step outside of that situation. But then when you go into that situation, you're feeling bad. And see, that is because being an empath by itself can make you extremely seen as an extreme mental case. People will just see you as crazy. Okay. And sure, Lady Glow, I will answer that question as soon as I am done because that is an actual real spirit. Yes, ma'am, it is. Depends on where it's coming from, though. Okay. By the way, can you post your zodiac sign too with your question? And then I will get to it in a second. So I feel like a lot of Sagittariuses, and then we're going to move on to the Capricorns. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys just getting a deeper insight in his spirit. Give me a clarifier for this Ten of Swords. I feel like a lot of you guys have sort of hit like rock bottom. The Four of Pentacles comes up. You guys need to quit thinking inside of the box because you're always going to be in the box, okay? And you're never going to grow from that. You're never going to grow. I mean, let's face it. Let's say that you do accept what's going on with you as a mental illness. Do they have to be cruel and unkind to you? Do they have to verbally abuse you because of that? Why is someone verbally abusing you? What's going on with that? Okay. So, I feel like personally, a lot of y'all possibly are getting disability benefits. But guess what? Guess what that does? It keeps you limited. So a lot of you guys have went through things. I mean, shit, I used to have agoraphobia. I actually had chronic fatigue syndrome for a couple of years. You know, and so if you stay in that mind sickness, I mean, you can definitely heal yourself. By the way, the star card is right next to it. So, and a lot of you guys want to move forward. A lot of you guys want to do more than what you've been doing. Okay. And so where this, what is happening as far as with a narc parent has told you that you were crazy your whole life, and has kept your potential in a box. Okay. And this goes the same thing for the Geminis too, because y'all right up underneath the Sagittarius. I mean, y'all right above the Sagittarius is with the Hermit. Probably a lot of this is resonating for a lot of you guys, but being in denial about it is not going to help. What I can sense is that the third eye, as well as um, the sacral, definitely the sacral, as well as the solar plexus, is blocked. Okay, and it's time for you to remove those blockages. In fact, a lot of people say, well, if I open up my third eye, it's going to make it worse. No, it doesn't. Actually, opening up the chakras helps the situation. Okay. All right. Because your therapist ain't doing nothing for you. It's not doing anything for you. Okay. And I will say this about therapists is that a lot of them will recommend their clients to go to spiritualists. They'll say, I can't help you. You need to go to it. You need to go. Go look it up. Go read about it. Okay. All right, Capricorns, y'all got the star card in the upright position. So I feel like a lot of you guys are healing. A lot of you guys did see a lot of violence and abuse that you guys are healing from. And I feel like a lot of you guys have been inspired to expand your horizons. Okay. Now, I will tell you that what a lot of y'all dealt with was a mother that wanted all of the attention. She wanted all the attention from your father. She wanted to be the center of attention constantly, Capricorn. And that can be very damaging because nobody could compliment you and tell you that you were pretty. Nobody could love you. You know, you get a boyfriend and your mama be all up in his face. Okay. Wanting everything from everybody. Didn't want you to have nothing. So a lot of Aquariuses I'm sorry, not Aquariuses, but y'all got a similar story. A lot of Capricorns, y'all are dealing with healing from that. And right now it's very awkward because a lot of you guys are getting that recognition. You are getting that, but it feels kind of awkward to you because there was a bunch of injury that was done, because typically with a narcissistic family or parent, they will take you in and out of these cycles to where you're constantly being reminded that you're a piece of crap, that you're nothing, that you're not good enough, that you didn't do that good enough, that you didn't do this or that perfectly, or that you're just a piece of crap. So a lot of you guys are healing from that, and it can be extremely devastating. Give me some advice for the Capricorns for their healing. Okay. So the Ace of Wands comes up in the reverse position. Here's my whole thing, and this is what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying that you are healing, but you're still not liberated. Okay. Now, here's my whole take on it. And I know that a lot of narcissistic families are going to freak out. They're going to say, oh my God, she's trying to take away our supply. We must attack her. Okay. Seeing the type of abuse that I can see a lot of you Capricorns went through, it's okay for you to take some time away. It's okay for you to break free of those people. They know and are fully aware of the things that they did to you. They're trying to normalize it for you. And this could also include sexual abuse. They're trying to normalize the situation for you. Okay. Can see a water sign or either a fire sign. Yeah. This Queen of Cups is your mother. Yeah, definitely, totally failed you as a parent, and the way that they did it was through abuse. And then the Six of Wands comes up in the reverse position, so it's almost like it was not almost like you're like a sacrifice. You're being expected to give up your entire life, your dreams. A lot of you guys want to y'all want to set sail and do something. You want to do something that you want to take the road less traveled. And they're telling you that that you can't do it. They're telling you that you're crazy and being very abusive. And so, okay, whether or not, no matter what you do, no matter what you're doing, in my humble opinion, anytime at any point that any family member is abusive to you, you have the right to walk away forever. You do. You're not bound to those people. You're not. You have to understand that. And you know what narcissistic people hate? When I say this, but you know what? This is God's message. Whenever you get through, I don't care what religion you are. I don't care. This is God's word that I'm speaking. God is speaking through me. Because you know what? It ain't doing nothing but creating more misery on the earth. Okay. So, what you have to do, Capricorn, is you have to possibly even cut ties because they're not going to change. They're not. And a lot of you guys have went through a lot of misery and unhappiness, depression, sadness. And then they'll act like, oh, well, you know, you're not supposed to be happy. Life is not supposed to be happy. You're not supposed to be happy at all in life. You're just supposed to sit there and be miserable all the damn time. I don't think so. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Tehran. Hello. All right. Aquarius is y'all got the Page of Cups in the reverse position. So what I can sense is, first of all, the Page of Cups is your child that's coming through. And I feel like a lot of you guys as children are saying something, and a lot of y'all are like, don't say that about my daddy or my mama. That's my daddy or my mama. But your daddy or your mama ain't right. And your child, whoever this is, this Page of Cups can see it. Now, this may be your inner child as well. Okay. Or either your younger child is saying, okay, something ain't right with this. So what I can see is a very, very, very emotionally abusive upbringing or parent that is sort of fancied by this emotional abuse. It's a perversion. Right, right. And that's what they do, Michelle. They will mess you up and then send you to therapy. Isn't that funny? Isn't that crazy? Okay. Man, okay. Spirits, give me some clarity for the Aquariuses. Yeah, the Queen of Swords comes up in the upright position. And then the 9 of Swords comes up upright. And then the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse position. That's a bad omen for the Wheel of Fortune to be reversed. Eventually you going eventually, because I feel like a lot of you guys feel like I just got to be strong. Okay, there's more to life than just being strong. I mean, we all have to be strong to a certain extent every single day. But my goodness gracious, can you ever just live and breathe? A lot of you guys, again, a lot of you guys, what you know what the Queen of Swords is telling me is that a lot of you guys need to retrain your brain so that you're just not accepting of this this cruelty, this evil. So a lot of you guys have become very accustomed to it, to this emotional, abuse and emotional baggage and constant emotional pain and, the refusal to heal from that pain and just being stuck in that frame of mind. So that's why Queen of Swords comes up, because what she is saying to free your mind. Okay. And that they're going to push you, your spirit guides are going to push you into doing that, because the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position is a bad omen. Okay. You can't continue to live like that. You can't continue to exist like that. That's just not going to work. Okay. So again, it is a perversion, because I can tell that there was an elder that just got a kick out of just hurting people. And what they need is a spiritual punch in the face. Okay. Listen, I have respect for my elders, but somebody like this, like what I'm seeing, nah. And like I said, a lot of you guys, your children are saying, mama, I want to go. The kids is crying all the time, and you can't repeat that cycle. Please break that cycle. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is saying. Please break that cycle. Because guess what? Your children are not going to be as subservient to you as you were to your parents, and then you're going to be in total shock. Why won't my child accept this? Because it's disgusting, it's evil, it's cruel. It's not a way that anybody should have to live or to think, just constantly being in this emotional pain. And then also, I feel like, there's got to be some empathy, empaths and psychics. And so it's just like this, and then what I can sense is heart attacks and brain aneurysms is running through the family as well. So they'll say, oh, well, that's normal. It runs in our family. Oh, it runs in the family, but it has nothing to do with the way people are treating each other. That couldn't possibly be the cause of the heart attacks, the strokes, and the aneurysms. Hey, Greg. Hello. Good morning. Okay. So bad omen. Um, the wheel. Let's see what's after the Wheel of Fortune. Yep, the Three of Swords. So, this is something that you're going to have to come out of and break the cycle. Because I feel like you've got some of y'all have teenage children or either children in their 20s, and they are suicidal. They're sad, they're depressed because of the environment that they're in. And then you're telling them to be strong. But they don't like what the way that they're living, the way that they're seeing things being done. So it's time for you to break the cycle, okay? Last but not least, the Pisceans, y'all got the Justice card in the reverse position. So this is a major arcana. We only had two major arcanas, but Justice is in the reverse position. We had three major arcanas, my bad. The Star, the Hermit, and the Justice in the reverse position. So A lot of Pisceans that are dealing with narcissistic parents are going through issues with not having inner peace. That is the worst feeling to go through because the justice card is connected to the mind and the heart directly. And also Ma'at. So a lot of you guys have been having chest pains. A lot of you guys, every 5 minutes you think that you got the Toyota Corolla virus, Omicron and all that stuff. No, it's just that I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. Is that is something now? First of all, I feel like a lot of you Pisceans, either there's a parent that's in jail, or either somebody that is committing either crimes of the law or either spiritual crimes, and a lot of that stuff is being scapegoated onto you, and this is extremely difficult. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Okay. Extremely difficult. In fact, for the Pisceans, it felt like it took my breath away for a few minutes. This is not good. Okay. A lot of you guys have legal trouble because of it. Feel like this could be definitely either an air sign or a water sign that you're dealing with. Extremely dysfunctional person. I would definitely bind this person from doing any harm to me, whoever this is, because they seem to have an overwhelming ability to corrupt. This is corruption at its finest, is what I can sense for a lot of Pisces. Spirits, give me some clarity on this. Ooh, Lord, make me want to drink at 10:30 in the morning. The Sun card comes up in the upright position. Ooh, so some of y'all Pisceans are the golden child, but you got a sibling that's just being wrecked. Some of y'all, it's a sibling or either another family member. And a lot of you guys feel really, really bad for this person. Almost like you're covering up a crime that's being committed against a person. It's so horrible. The death card comes up in the reverse position. There's been some suicides or either some attempted suicides by somebody in the family. Two of Wands is in the reverse position. Uh, oh, goodness. So you've got a parent, a lot of Pisceans has a parent that is trying to replace a partner with you, which is pretty weird, very creepy crawly, very, very sadistic. Um, ooh, they got a lot of bad spirits around them. Somebody is really, really being abused, though, physically. There's some physical abuse that's being hidden, like awful, awful, awful spiritual spirit, not just physical abuse, but spiritual abuse. Oh, it's almost making me feel like I need to vomit. It's pretty bad. And this either is happening currently or happened in the past. And it's something that many of you guys have tried to put away, but you can't put it away. What advice do you want to give to the Pisceans? Okay, yeah, the judgment card upright. So this is when you have to possibly prosecute a parent or either stand up to them. I mean, it could be as bad as some sort of sexual abuse being covered up, or either physical abuse or verbal abuse being covered up. But verbal abuse is not against the law. This is why narcissistic people verbally abuse, because verbal abuse is technically not against the law. Okay. A lot of you guys need to stand up. The judgment card comes up. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah. A lot of y'all feel like y'all not strong enough, and this is because there's a lot of domination being done. It almost feels like spell work. Oh, oh goodness. Yeah, Six of Pentacles upright. Mm. Yeah, y'all gonna have to stand up and take y'all life back from that situation. Okay, I have to stop this reading because kind of made me feel a little unsteady. That was not a good feeling. Which the burden that you guys are carrying with you. So here's what I want to say. Whether or not the narcissistic abuse happened in the past or the present, a lot of people need to seek help for that. Okay. Because the reason why it's happening is because of negative spirits. Okay. I'm a spiritualist. That is, okay. If I were going to say, hey, it's all mental illness, then I would have went to school to become a psychiatrist. I could have, but I didn't because this is what I do. Okay. Yes, Kelly. Yes, ma'am. How you doing, Kelly? Yeah, a lot of you guys need to realize that. And see, here's the whole thing about it is that when you are standing at that dividing line between spiritually gifted and mental illness, okay? And so a lot of our parents, when we misbehaved as children, are you okay? Well, you can go back, you can rewind. Um, a lot of y'all were displaying signs of being spiritually gifted as children, and what the narcissistic parent did was either beat you or told you that you were stupid and crazy all the time. Like, so that's primarily where that's coming from, when it was actually bad spirits and bad spiritual attacks. I did Aries first. Y'all were first, Michelle. So if you go all the way back to the beginning, I always go in zodiac order. And you know what? I actually would love to get some snow right now, though. I actually miss the snow. But if you've been there, see, I've been over here in Georgia where it never snows over here. Okay. Wow. You know what's behind narcissistic abuse is demonic demons. Okay. And it's one of those things to where either the family is going to get help or the family is not going to get help. So my heart goes out to all of you guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I got to go. I'm drained. Just that last reading for the Pisces drained the hell out of me. So I got to go. Y'all know where I'm at if y'all need to reach me. Okay. Because some of y'all are still trapped. It's like the never ending story of negativity. Okay. Do you, Michelle? Because you know what? When I did the Aries, I saw a lot of Aries doing good. So you must be Well, contact me then. I'm always here, okay? Yeah, I know. That's what they do, Michelle. That's why this year I'm doing black candle vigils because I refuse to give my life over to that misery. So make sure that y'all do that. It can help. Now, obviously, if you have a generational curse, having a narcissistic parent is a generational curse within itself. It really is. It really is. It they may or may not have had parents like that. It could be multi-generational, but it's a very, very real thing, and it's devastating to the spirit, to the mind, to the body, and the spirit. It's making a lot of people sick too. Yeah. I'm trying to leave New York now. I'm tired of the snow. Yeah, well, you probably tired of New York. You probably just tired of New York. I wouldn't so much mind the snow. I don't think I would want to be in New York unless I were in the like the countryside of New York. I could be like in the areas where it's a lot of green grass and nature, but just like with all those buildings and stuff, like oh God, I would go crazy. I would go nuts in New York. Yeah. But Michelle, you are more than welcome to contact me. I won't be available until later on, but you are more than welcome to contact me. In fact, hold on a second, guys. I'm going to try to give you guys my new number. Hold on. Know what? Actually, there may be an easier way. Hold on a second, guys. Give me a second. Okay, guys. So this is my new office number, 470-759-6389. You guys can call me and I can direct you. Also, the link to my website is below in the video description box. But yeah. Okay. Y'all should be able to see. I'm trying to type it into the chat too, but is it 6389? I can't remember it by heart. Yep. It's 470-759-6389. Yeah. Yeah, I could totally live like in the suburban type areas of New York, but just like down there in like New York City, no, I wouldn't. That would drive me nuts. Mm-mm, too noisy. I don't even like the traffic in my neighborhood. I couldn't imagine being there. But if you're used to it, if you're used to all the loudness and cars honking, yeah, people's horns blowing and ambulances and oh God, yeah. So anyway, guys, peace to all of y'all. And whenever what they say about narcissistic people, they're constantly on the attack. It's a constant attack. And so that's why we're doing the black candle vigils. I will have a black candle burning all year long. Yes, I will. Yes. Okay. All year. I'm not joking about that because, you know, I know how to live and be happy. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so y'all can get at me. I will see y'all later. I'm so sorry that y'all are going through what y'all going through. But you know what? You don't have to continue to suffer, you really don't. So, anyway, thank you for the super chats. I will see y'all later. Have a happy Friday. Okay. Love and light.